Line jumping or line position saving is forbidden and will result in placement at the rear of the line. Remain seated until the end of the race, until you are instructed to exit by an attendant. Remain seated until the end of the race. Remain seated at the end of the race until you are instructed to exit by an attendant. Caution! This recreational activity involves the inherent risk of injury to voluntary participants. Not following the posted rules can result in sudden changes of speed and direction, as well as injury to yourself and others. Participate at your own risk. Welcome to Boomer Thunder Road. Drivers must be at least 6 feet tall. Passengers must be at least 40 feet tall. Drivers taking a passenger must be at least 6 feet tall or 58 inches with a valid driver's license. Two adults can drive together in the same car if the cart weight limit does not exceed 500 pounds. No loose clothing or articles are permitted, and if any clothing or articles become loose or unsecured during the ride, they can pull over to the outside of the track and raise your hand to alert the attendant. Hair extensions, headdress longer than shoulder length, must be tied up above the shoulders at all times while racing. If your hair extensions or headdress comes loose during the race, simply pull over and raise your hand to alert the attendant. Stopping on the track is not permitted for any other reason. No smoking, eating, or drinking allowed in the track area. There is no bumping of other carts or the track railing, and no reckless driving. Drivers and passengers must keep hands and feet inside the cart at all times. Do not reach for anything outside the cart. If a problem should develop, remain seated in your cart and raise your hand for assistance. Not exit your cart or unbuckle your seatbelt until instructed to do so by an attendant. To drive, press the gas pedal on the right. To stop, press the brake pedal on the left. Shoes and shirts are required. Riders must obey all track attendants' instructions. The APX Holding Company and Boomer's Car are not responsible for the actions of other drivers who fail to obey the track rules and cause injury or damage to others. Failure to obey the rules or instructions will result in removal of the track without a response. No music or video recording devices, earphones, or headsets are allowed. The use of cell phones, text messaging, or video recording while in the area or on the track is prohibited.
On camera,
Make sure your cell phone is securely stored during your ride. Anyone under the influence of drugs or alcohol is not allowed in the track area. Expectant mothers or guests with a history of back, neck, joint, and muscle or health problems should not ride and do so at your own risk of injury. Guests wearing caps are not permitted to drive. Riders only permitted in the track area. Line jumping or line position saving is forbidden and will result in placement at the rear of the line. Remain seated until the end of the race, until you are instructed to exit by an attendant. Remain seated until the end of the race. Remain seated at the end of the race, until you are instructed to exit by an attendant. Caution, this recreational activity involves the inherent risk of injury to voluntary participants. Not following the posted rules can result in sudden changes of speed and direction, as well as injury to yourself and others. Participate at your own risk.
I can't believe I caught that. I can't believe I caught the radio on the camera.
Found the cord.
What cord?
I found the cord. I looked for glasses and went back to them probably.
Yeah, definitely. Probably. Most likely. track. It's cold.
Welcome to Boomer's Thunder Road. Drivers must be at least 58 inches tall. Passengers must be at least 40 inches tall. Drivers taking a passenger must be at least 60 inches tall or 58 inches with a valid driver's license. Two adults can ride together in the same cart if the cart weight limit does not exceed 500 pounds. No loose clothing or articles are permitted, and if any clothing or articles become loose or unsecured during the ride, safely pull over to the outside of the track and raise your hand to alert the attendant. Hair extensions, headdress longer than shoulder length, must be tied up above the shoulders at all times while racing. If your hair, extensions, or headdress becomes loose during the race, safely pull over and raise your hand to alert the attendant. Stopping on the track is not permitted for any other reason. No smoking, eating, or drinking allowed in the track area. There is no bumping of other cars or the track railing, and no reckless driving. Drivers and passengers must be hands and feet inside the car at all times. Not be outside the car. Not press the gas pedal on the right. To stop, press the brake pedal on the left. And shirts are required. Riders must obey all track attendants' instructions. And Boomer's car are not acting with other drivers who fail to obey the track rules and cause injury or damage to others. Failure to obey the rules or instructions will result in removal of the track without a refund. No music or video recording devices, earphones, or headsets are allowed. If you use your phone, text messages, or video recording in the pit area or on the track is prohibited. Please make sure your cell phone is completely stored during your ride. Anyone under the power of drugs or alcohol is not allowed in the track area. Except as others, the guests with a history of bad events, going to council or unconscious, should not ride and do so at their own risk of injury. Guests wearing hats are not permitted to drive. Riders only permitted in the track area. Line jumping or line position TV is forbidden and will result in placement at the rear of the line. Remain seated until the end of the race, until you are instructed to exit by the attendant. Remain seated until the end of the race. Remain seated at the end of the race until you are instructed to exit by the attendant. Caution: this recreational activity involves inherent risk of injury to voluntary participants. Not following the posted rules can result in penalties to the direction as well as injury to yourself and others. Participate at your own risk.
Oh, I think they're done with the race.
Welcome to Boomer's Thunder Road. Drivers must be at least 58 inches tall. Passengers must be at least 40 inches tall. Drivers taking a passenger must be at least 60 inches tall or 58 inches with a valid driver's license. Two adults can ride together in the same cart if the cart weight limit does not exceed 500 pounds. No loose clothing or articles are permitted, and if any clothing or articles become loose or unsecured during the ride, please remain seated until directed to exit. 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 Until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit. Please remain seated until directed to exit. 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 Until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit. Please remain seated until directed to exit. Please remain seated until directed to exit. Please remain seated until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit. Until directed to exit. Until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit. Until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit. Remain seated until directed to exit.
Oh, they're pushing another car. It's the second one.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Grandma said you're a shorty.
Hey, I'm not that short.
You're short to ride. That makes you a shorty.
I am tall enough to ride a one-seater.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It said 5'1", right? It said like 5'1".
No, you're not. You're
51 inches. I'm
tall
like,
enough to ride by yourself.
I'm like 53.
You're not tall enough to ride by yourself. Watch.
Yes, I am.
Attention driver, now exit your car into the track. As you exit, no right to pushing. Attention driver, you may now exit your car on the track. As you exit,
Now.
no right for pushing. Attention driver, you may now exit your car and the track. As you exit, no right for pushing.